Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is James, and in this video, let's count the kids. And spoiler alert, of course, if you're not caught up to the Walking Dead main show, season 11 mainly. I'll be touching on the other spinoffs a little bit also, Fear the Walking Dead, a little bit of spoiler there as well. I've discussed the kids here and there for a while. I said they sure are setting up a future for the Walking Dead universe with all these kids. And then we get season 11, episode 24, and that unused ending they actually cast for and filmed. What did that unused ending tell us? That AMC does have a bigger plan with the TWDU kids, and I'm sure they've had that for a while, a future continuation of the story. It also told us a couple of things. Rick possibly never reunites with Judith and RJ, and I mean, he still could, and he still could have, but it just seems maybe not. And also the grown kids in that unused scene, they were going out in the wild. And it seemed that there were still some Badlands, even though Commonwealth and Civic Republic and some other large walled communities exist. I'm sure outside community walls still belongs to the dead, it seems, and most likely a few evil living people here and there. Tales of the Walking Dead also touched on that, as far as not all of the world has come back, just the walled communities, and there's still dead zones. But back to the kids, who will be the future of the Walking Dead universe? Well, we got Rick's kids. Judith is the numero uno kid of the Walking Dead universe, and brother RJ got the hat, so he's pretty special also. I mean, Grimes is a name many have come to fear, and looks like some of the future folk will fear it still with these two would-be warriors. And during All Out War, Rick kills Gracie's dad, prompting Aaron to become her new dad. So there's Gracie. But Gracie can't hold a candle to Judith's training and skill, but she has time, and now the safety of Commonwealth's protected Alexandria/Outpost 22, where she can learn and train for the future maybe. Then we have Glenn and Maggie's Herschel. He's brave, like the time he held that gun on Negan, but Dead City makes it the second time he's been kidnapped, and Maggie should be training him like Michonne did Judith. I don't know if she is. That boy needs to learn how to fight. He gets into a lot of trouble. So real quick, I want to mention a couple of kids. One may not even live, and that's Negan and Annie's kid that is on the way. Many theories out there. The kid dies, both die in childbirth. So that kid may or may not be around, but we've got a potential male or female Smith, little Negan Smith. But after the 1 year time jump in season 11, episode 24, we see Eugene and Max have a little one, a daughter, Rosie Porter. She will be much younger than most of the other kids mentioned, but with Eugene being a big The Walking Dead character, Rosie has potential to be in the future as well. Other potentials, we have Mercer and Princess that could have a kid. Lydia could have a kid. I think she's 19 at the end of season 11, so in the future that's possible. So they could form a few more around Rosie's age group. Another younger than Judith kid is Coco, daughter of Sadiq and Rosita, but now in the care of stepdad Gabriel. If Coco is anything like her mom, she'll be beautiful but deadly. I guess it should be mentioned that all of these kids do not know the world before, or did they have to go through the trials that their parents did? So they're definitely in a new time, in a new world, brought up in a different way than their parents were. Then we do have kids similar age to Judith, Jerry and Nabila's kids. They have Ezra, a son, and two daughters, Miriam and Aaliyah. It's Ezra, I think, in this shot of that unused scene, along with RJ, Coco, Gracie, and Judith. So I have to throw in baby Adam also. Remember, the Whisperers put it down as it was crying, and Alpha mentioned for it to be left to die, but Connie saved it. Alden eventually began taking care of Adam and was asking Maggie to take care of him. Maggie cut him off, though. She said, "No, Alden, you'll survive, dude." But of course he didn't, and Maggie is seen at the end of season 11, episode 24 with Herschel and Adam. So I'm thinking Maggie maybe is taking care of Adam as well. And so about World Beyond, I'm not sure if you can count the kids in World Beyond, because by the end of season 11, it was 10 years in World Beyond. We're several years after that even now. I think maybe everyone in World Beyond will all be adults pretty much, I think. And before we bounce to Fear, let's go about the whereabouts of the ones we just talked about. Of course, Judith and RJ. As of now, they're at Commonwealth. Gracie, Coco, and Jerry's kids may all be at Alexandria. Negan's kid is just out there somewhere. He left everyone and went off with Annie somewhere to some other group, I guess is how it's going to happen. His kid may or may not be out there. Eugene and Max's Rosie is, of course, at Commonwealth. Herschel and Adam, I think, are both at Hilltop. So then at Padre in Fear the Walking Dead, it seems like we'll have all kinds of kids, right? Season 8 of Fear coming up. Even though Fear gave us a big group of kids in season 5, only to push them into one of Virginia's communities, and they're all but forgotten. They may even be dead from the nukes. It is rumored that COVID restrictions caused many to be written out of the show, even though the production had initially intended to bring them back. So the definite ones, the main characters' kids in Fear, we have Mo, adopted daughter to Morgan and Grace. She was born to Rachel and Isaac, now both dead. The wiki says she will be 8 years old in season 8 because she was about 1 year old, and we're going to have a 7-year time jump. Even though the actress is 12 years old, and she does look 12 years old, we'll just have to watch season 8 to see the timeline play out, I guess. Sherry, though, was pregnant with Dwight's son, who we will see in season 8 after the time jump, of what is said to be 7 years, like I said. So he looks older than 7, but as stated, we'll just have to see how it all plays out. Or if Mo looks 12, but they say she's 8, we just got to go with it. There's no use in killing brain cells to try to figure out what can't be figured. The timeline and the entire TWDU, all screwed up. And of course, they're located at Padre on some island somewhere. We don't know exactly yet, but it does seem in season 8 they revolt against Padre and escape. We don't know where Dwight and Sherry and their son will end up. It looks like Morgan and Grace and Mo are heading to find Rick. So we'll just have to see how it all plays out. And that's the TWDU kids, I think, is on the radar. I think you kind of can pay attention to, and there may be future shows about. There may be some more I missed. There are more minor characters, or if there's a big one, definitely let me know down in the comments. But of course, there'll be new characters coming along the way, maybe new kids, new people. We'll just have to see. Let me know what you think about all the kids in the TWDU and the future of the entire thing. I know a lot of people are like, quit milking it. But they're going to. So let me know your thoughts on it all down in the comments below, and I'll join you there. This is James in Nashville. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more dead stuff.
If we could just have a few more years like this, quiet ones for her sake and ours.